Why LaMarcus Aldridge is done with the NBA. On the 16th of April, after a total of 15 seasons with the NBA, LaMarcus Aldridge shook the entire basketball community when he announced that he was retiring from the game. Aldridge is 35 and is no doubt nearing the end of his NBA career. However, this retirement comes at a time when the Brooklyn Nets need all hands on deck to be able to compete for the NBA championships. Why exactly did the player finally call it quits with the NBA? What does this mean for the Brooklyn Nets? How successful was the career of LaMarcus Aldridge? What are other NBA stars saying about his retirement? Make sure you stay till the end of this video so we can find out about all of these. Welcome to Courtside, your one-stop channel for every buzzing NBA news, rumor, and game analysis. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your pals. All right, let's dive right into LaMarcus Aldridge and his decision to end his 15-year career. LaMarcus on leaving the NBA. LaMarcus was diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome way back in 2007. This condition allows him to experience extremely fast heartbeats on several occasions. More than 13 years later, LaMarcus says he feels better now, but perhaps it was time for him to stop playing basketball with the condition. The player made this decision after his game with the Brooklyn Nets, which would turn out to be the last game of his career. LaMarcus announced that during the game he felt an irregular heartbeat, something he had never felt before, or felt to such an extent. The player added that it was one of the scariest things he's ever experienced. In his final emotional letter to the NBA and fans across the United States and Canada, he wrote, "For 15 years I've put basketball first, and now it's time to put my health and my family first." His decision to stop playing was totally unplanned. This is because he had just signed with the Brooklyn Nets on March 28th and had immediately become their starting center. The seven-time All-Star, however, missed the last two games with the team due to what the Nets called a non-COVID-19 illness. The general manager of the team, Sean Marks, has also mentioned that the team was fully behind the decision of Aldridge. He added, "We know this was not an easy decision for him, but after careful consideration and consultation with numerous medical experts, he made the best decision for him, his family, and his life after basketball. We wish LaMarcus, Kia, and their family much health and happiness going forward." Aldridge was a much-needed addition to the Brooklyn team. After reaching a buyout agreement with the San Antonio Spurs in March, the player signed with the Nets and provided the team with the inside post position that they were direly in need of. Of course, as soon as the 6'11" player got in, things changed for the Nets. Unfortunately, his condition only allowed him to play 5 games with his new team, with his best coming against New Orleans. In this victory over the Pelicans, he managed to record 22 points. At the start of his career in 2006, LaMarcus was the overall #2 pick in the draft that year, who would then go on to have one of the most interesting NBA careers. His career began with the Portland Trail Blazers, where he spent 9 seasons and averaged 19.4 points per game. In the same vein, the Blazers have also voiced their opinion about his decision to retire. Neil Olshey is the current GM of the Trail Blazers team, and he has hailed LaMarcus as one of the best players to ever wear a Blazers uniform. The coach said in a recent statement, "During his 9 seasons in Portland, LaMarcus battled through multiple injuries and health concerns, but never once allowed them to affect his commitment to his teammates and coaches on the court or the people that benefited from his outreach in the community off the court." After 9 years with the Blazers, LaMarcus would then go ahead to play for the Spurs for 5.5 seasons. During his stay here, he would make 5 All-NBA selections, a feat which finally made him into one of the NBA powerhouses. The coach of San Antonio, Greg Popovich, has also lauded the performance of LaMarcus while he played for the Spurs. He referred to the player as a consummate professional with a unique skill set and a deep respect for the game. As regards to the player's retirement, the coach had this to say, "We're grateful for his contributions both on and off the court during his time here in San Antonio. I'm proud of him for making this difficult decision, and we wish him and his family all of the best in the future." Of course, all these made LaMarcus emotional, and in an equally emotional social media post, the player thanked all the 3 teams that believed in him, and most especially the Trailblazers, who gave a skinny Texas kid a chance to do what he loved doing most in the world, playing basketball. He also was grateful to the Brooklyn Nets, despite just playing a few games with the team, for giving him an opportunity to play his own style of the game. He added that a number of NBA teams now had their eyes in the perimeter rather than the post now. He said that the team wanted him for him, wanted a player that stood his ground in a game that was changing so much and so fast, and that was the best thing for him to experience. His illness has always been some sort of challenge for him. Way back in his rookie season, the player missed a few games at the end of the season so he could get treated. In 2011, he also missed 10 days of training camp due to the fact that his heart symptoms came back strong. We sincerely wish his decision to leave the game will improve his health. NBA's legends and players react to his retirement. It's fair to admit that LaMarcus Aldridge is one of the best players to ever grace the court, and his influence cannot be overemphasized. He played a total of 1,029 career games, averaging 19.4 points per game, a credible feat for one of the best big men in the entire Western Conference. One of the first NBA players to offer a goodwill message to the star was Nicholas Batum. He wrote on Twitter, "It was an absolute honor to play with you, my brother. I wish you nothing but the best for you and your family. Take care, my brother. Hashtag the L Train." At the time Nicholas played with LaMarcus in the Trailblazers, the team was one of the best in the Western Conference. When the team had Nicholas, LaMarcus, Wesley Matthews, and Damian Lillard at the same time, they formed one of the strongest NBA threats in the history of the game. Damian Lillard also took time to wish the player good luck in his future endeavors, as he wrote on his Instagram, "Health and family will always come before a game. Amazing career, bro. Prayers up. Hashtag retire 12. Hashtag what could have been. Hashtag L Train." Jamal Crawford and LaMarcus played together with the Blazers, and they weren't just teammates. These two players turned out to be best friends. The 41-year-old player said on Twitter as regards to the retirement of LaMarcus, "At Aldridge 12, the realest I've ever met. We played together one season together, and you would think we have known each other for decades. Your star stature never changed you. You never looked at yourself like that. You were just LA. I always loved that about you. My brother for life." Nikola Vucevic also came forward to confess that LaMarcus was one of the toughest matchups he's had to face. He then congratulated the now-retired NBA star and told him to have an enjoyable time with his family. What does his retirement mean for the Nets? LaMarcus only played a total of 5 games for the team, but he surely had an effect that cannot be wiped after a game or two. Before he joined the Nets, LaMarcus had been rumored to land in Miami to play for the Heat. He ended up signing for the Nets due to the familiarity between the former player and Kevin Durant, who he helped recruit to the University of Texas. LaMarcus also played with the current Nets GM, Sean Marks, in San Antonio. Coupled with this, the Brooklyn Nets are a major championship contender, and this would have surely informed the decision of LaMarcus. Immediately he joined the team, LaMarcus made his way into the starting lineup. He averaged 12.8 points and 4.8 rebounds per game, plus 52% shooting in all his 5 games for the Nets. The Nets already have a loaded offense, and his jump shot presence gave the team spacing an entirely new dimension. Also, his huge frame of 6'11" helped provide the team with length. However, the absence of LaMarcus will not affect the team in a very significant manner. This is because the team is still filled with big men like Blake Griffin, Elise Johnson, Jeff Green, Reggie Perry, Nick Claxton, and DeAndre Jordan. We shouldn't also forget that the team still has Kevin Durant and Bruce Brown. The luckiest of these players will be DeAndre Jordan, who had to lose his rotation spot to LaMarcus. With the player gone, Jordan will be back to playing regular minutes. But the retired All-Star player will be missed in the locker room, where he had quickly become a veteran figure and mentor for the younger players. The league might not be happy watching one of its most beloved players leave due to health reasons, but his statement appears like he is happy with his decision, and this is no doubt the most important thing. It even becomes quite sad when we remember he never took home the championship he wanted so badly. However, he retires as a 7-time All-Star player and is one of the 25 players in the history of the NBA to record over 19,000 points and 8,000 rebounds in their career. The player said in his final statement, "You never know when something will come to an end, so make sure you enjoy it every day. I can truly say I did that." The game will surely miss LaMarcus Aldridge, and we wish him a quick recovery and wonderful time with his family. Do you think the player made the wrong or the right call leaving the NBA? Tell us about it in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to share and hit the subscribe button. We are Courtside.